Hi, I'm Coach Carlos, and today, Future Man Success Prep, the performance company for boys, presents 3 mistakes that keeps your son from succeeding in school and in life. Ladies and gentlemen, friends and family, thanks for being here. But before we dive into the details, please know, I don't consider myself a salesperson. So you may see a little awkwardness in me today. However, that little feeling that I have of awkwardness is not going to prevent me from delivering today's message. It's got to take a back seat. The message you're about to hear is something that I truly believe in, something that I've seen make a real difference in boys' lives and families just like you. At the end of this message, I'm going to extend you an offer for us to work together, you and me, to bring you and your son solutions that I perfected over 25 years of working with schools, churches, and community organizations. It just isn't another widget, another gadget. It is a solution, a system that genuinely can transform the life of your son for years to come. So today, I'm here to provide you with information that you can make an informed decision. Because at the end of this day, it's going to be about finding the right solution for you and your son. So let's take some time. Let's explore what this solution is all about. You're about to discover 3 main reasons that your son, our sons, struggle in school and in life. I ain't talking about small struggles here and there. We've all been there. I'm talking about foundational struggles that are curable, but affects every class, every grade, every relationship, and every endeavor your son has. And if these struggles aren't corrected now, these foundational struggles will carry on and become problems in your son's life for the rest of his life. These are not struggles that you want your son to have, and today we're going to provide you with answers and support for all 3. Let's start with the first mistake. The lack of reading strength. Too many of our boys, our sons, your sons, my son, they read on grade level or they can't read on grade level, so they don't like reading. Mistake number 2, a lack of mental strength. Our sons are not prepared mentally to overcome obstacles, adversities. Mistake number 3, unhealthy or too few role models. Our sons have very few healthy male role models or coaches at every level of their life. Coaches that inspire them and help them navigate life's difficult decisions. As a parent, the quality of your son's life often depends on what you say yes to. Because you gotta be concerned about how your son handles stress, conflict, and his mental health, aren't you? Aren't you concerned about how prepared your son will be for college, his career, and life? How about this? Is there a gap between the hopes you have for your son's future and his present, his today performance? Is it causing you stress? Are you looking for intelligent and healthy coaches to help your son create a mindset to help him overcome adversity? Well, if you say yes to any of those, the next 45 to 60 minutes could possibly be one of the best decisions for your son's future. Today, we're going to look at some unique obstacles that only boys face. They face these things when it comes to achieving high goals in school and in life. And I'm talking about regardless of their ethnicity or their income. In the next 45 to 60 minutes, we're going to look at how reading is not just a simple skill set, but yes, the doorway to your son's dreams and desires. And how he must possess additional life skills, not just reading, that will prepare him for life's battles and anxieties. And then finally, we're going to look at our Future Man Success Prep 3-step, research-based, real-world, and field-tested solutions for helping your son achieve what I call personal success. 3 steps that can protect your son from failure, but most importantly, prepare him for success in school right now and in life. You ready to make a big decision? What I need you to do right now, please, stay with me. Stay mentally plugged in, because it's hard to be in two places at once, and your son needs you here. By the way, if you stay with me till the end, I've got some surprises for you, some gifts that I know you'll like, but it's only available to those who attend this webinar from beginning to end. Now, some of you might be saying, who's Coach Carlos? Well, let me take a brief second to tell you who I am. I'm a father to one, that's my son Caleb there, but I'm a coach to many. I've been working with young men for 25 years now, for over 2 decades as a counselor, consultant, a coach. But I've had an unwavering passion and a commitment to educating and nurturing the minds of young men. My journey's taken me beyond the classroom, around the nation, around the world, as a champion for education, but also for the achievement of what I call personal success in both school and life. As a school leader, at the Male Leadership Academy, I utilize the power of reading and writing to build curiosity within my students. I knew reading was just not a subject, but a gateway to exploring the realm of imagination and self-expression. This philosophy alone helped me transform the performance and behavior of what others considered to be average boys into boys who carried an average GPA of 3.56. We also helped them to become published authors. The strategies we learned about how boys learned helped our boys become authors, to write their own books. It also provided many of my young scholars with a 1.5 year growth in reading. 25 years of working with boys, I learned our sons don't only need to be educated, they need to be motivated to dream and achieve. Your sons need to possess a mindset that promotes perseverance. When obstacles come their way, they need to be able to overcome them and not run from them. 25 years of working with boys, I've learned that you want your son not only to know how to climb a mountain, but to have the passion and the perseverance to do so. Education alone is only about information. Doesn't your son deserve the competence and confidence needed to be like an inventor like Lamont? Doesn't your son deserve the competence and confidence needed to believe he can win tens of thousands of dollars in scholarships like Jason? Our 3-step system, TLC, it's a direct response to those 3 big mistakes I just talked to you about. 3 big mistakes that prevent our boys from dreaming big and achieving big. Now I'm going to take you a little bit deeper into each one of those mistakes. Life mistake number 1, their reading strength. You see, reading is the gateway to all learning for life and career. It's the foundation in which knowledge, skills, and personal growth are built. And it's for that reason our motto is read a little, dream a little. But if your son reads big, he'll dream big. See, through reading, our sons learn to explore new worlds, gain insights, and form their opinions and beliefs about the world they live in. Through reading, our sons dream. However, boys aren't reading very well around the world. This is just not in your city. Around the world, they are failing. Here's some facts you might want to know. The cause of our boys not reading is multifaceted. There are a lot of them, but many experts, they point to the fact that there's a shortage of teachers. And because of that, our boys aren't reading. Here's another fact. As boys reach the 4th and 5th grade, the text that they are reading becomes more challenging, and they no longer have pictures or themes that excite them. That's why they turn to computers, phones, iPads, and other mobile devices. All these types of things provide distractions for them, and they turn to those, everything but reading. And the outcome is our sons are not achieving big. Did you know that as college completion rates continue to rise, our young men aren't keeping up? Graduation rates have steadily increased for our daughters, but remain stagnant for our sons. Here's another fact for you. Only about 40% of college graduates last year were male, a difference that many education experts believe is linked to poor reading habits. You know your son can wait until there's a solution found for teacher shortages. He needs trusted intervention today. That's why the first step of our 3-step program is our Power Reading Tutoring. Our reading program for boys is transformative. It's a journey that empowers your son to unlock his full academic potential. Our performance program is more than just teaching your son to read. It's about igniting a lifelong passion for books and learning. The first thing we do is we send our Future Man Success Prep coaches to a training on an award-winning reading program and career prep program. A reading program that's proven to help boys become motivated and confident in their reading. Then your son is assessed and a customized and personalized reading approach is built to fill in his reading gaps. Reading gaps that prevent him from being a confident and courageous reader like he was born to be. Additionally, our coaches assess your son for his career interests and strengths. This creates context for our coaches to inspire your son to read. Here's some research by Tom Corley, the author of Rich Habits. He found that 8 out of 10 rich people read 2 or more books per month. But look at the contrast. Poor people only read 1 book. There's a connection between wealth and reading. A big reason our reading model with Future Men simply is read a little, dream a little. But read big, dream big. The exact same program I implemented at the Male Leadership Academy, a program that helped our average boys become above average readers. It's the exact same program that I'm offering your son. But at the end of the day, reading is good, but it's just the first step. Your son's newfound reading skills need to be coupled with another skill set that provides him with the mental toughness to face and endure and overcome future academic and life challenges. Because as he gets older, challenges gets tougher. He needs the mental fortitude to get through tougher challenges. That's why life mistake number 2 is that our sons need the mental strength to overcome what's coming their way. Our daughters, their sisters, have the right mindset. Let me give you a little proof. The world is asking, and our nation is asking, why aren't our boys dreaming big? Let me share with you some data why we know that that's true. Richard V. Reeves found that there's this one free college in Kalamazoo, place where I'm from. Free college for all K-12 students. It has increased graduation rates for our daughters, for young women, by 45%. But look what it's done for young men. 0 benefit. No young men benefited from free education, but their sisters, our daughters, it's increased their graduation rates by 45%. Richard Reeves says that young women are seizing opportunities, but our young men aren't. Our sons aren't. He observes that major differences between girls and boys is motivation. The girls are just driven. Look at what's going on our college campus at the law schools. 100% of law reviews are led by our daughters. Our young men aren't dreaming big, even when they can dream. That's why our program couples reading with having a strong mental attitude. We got to celebrate our daughters, yes we do. However, we have to send the troops to save our sons. In his book, The Boy Crisis, Dr. Warren Farrell says, instead of big dreams, too many of our boys dream very little. We've got to do something. That's why in step number 2, our trained coaches combine each of your son's tutoring sessions with a powerful mental strength and life skills lesson. Life skills to support and strengthen your son's mindset. Lessons in goal setting, overcoming adversity, persevering through trials, managing their anger, how to handle disappointment, and more. This coaching is added to their reading. And when a powerful reading skill set is combined with a powerful mindset, our boys will take off. They'll achieve the big things we know that they can achieve. Now, are you sitting there seeing how your son's life can be changed with this Future Man strategy? I hope you are, but I'm not done yet. We have one final important step. This is what separates our program from traditional tutoring, because we're not a tutoring company. We're a performance program. This is the last piece to the puzzle. Mistake number 3 is our sons need desperately male modeling. They don't just need to read. They don't just need mental toughness, but they need healthy men who will model health and intelligence in front of them. But I know some of you all are saying, Coach Carlos, why do that? What difference does that make, having men? Well, let's look at some stats in our schools. 74% of teachers are women and 25% teachers are men. But for African American boys, it gets worse. We're only talking about 1.3% of all teachers are African American men. So we're already looking at 25% of men are teaching in schools, but if you're raising an African American boy, it's rare for him to see someone healthy who looks like him. And why is this noteworthy? Well, I'm glad you asked. Studies have also shown that our sons benefit from having male teachers. And most experts are agreeing that it has to do with the differing viewpoints and classroom management styles that men bring to the classroom. But there's a shortage of them. And because of that, there's glaring discipline disparities in our schools, particularly for black students, boys, and students with disabilities. Not only can our online coaches relate to unique struggles that boys have, not only can our Future Man Success coaches who are trained in our reading and literacy program, a program that's used all over the country, not only are they trained in our mindset and motivation curriculum, but they genuinely want to see your son achieve personal success. You see, our sons can't wait, and you can't wait. Not for schools to fix the funding crisis, to fix the teacher shortage crisis, or bring more male teachers into the classroom. Our sons cannot wait. That's why our TLC, Personal Success Wheel, is built this way. The cavalry is here. These 3 steps are just what your son needs. That's why we're a unique partner for you and a life changer for your son. Let me give you a little background on what we've already done. In Flint, Michigan, school gave us 8 weeks and we transformed an entire class of young men who were struggling with academics and attendance. They enjoyed coming to school during our program. At the end of 8 weeks, 88%, almost 90% of our participants increased their attendance and reading proficiency. But here's one that's personal. Here's one that's near and dear to my heart. This is one that I'm most proud of. I'll never forget, I was approached by a mom and she brought her son to me and she asked me would I mentor her son. And that's when I met Baron Warren. He was in the 4th grade at that time. He was one of the first young men to go through my 3-step program. And now I'm proud to say he is an international speaker, best-selling author, and travels the world helping young men. My team and I would love to help you and your son next. Thus far, we discussed our proven 3-step system, starting with our reading tutoring program that's been tested and perfected for grades 3 to 8. We then discussed step 2, where each of your son's tutoring sessions are combined with powerful life skill lessons. And then finally, our coaches. Our coaches are hand-picked, healthy young men who go through our reading and literacy program that are used in schools all over this country, and they're trained on our mindset and motivation program, and who have a genuine desire to help your son succeed. You put those 3 together, and you've got a TLC program that's ready for your son. Now finally, I provided you with proven results for our program and strategies that will change the lives of boys and your son. Results such as increased reading scores, increased school attendance, stronger mindsets to overcome adversity, and finally, mindsets that allow them to dream big. Now, as I said earlier, the quality of your son's life can often depend on what you say yes and no to. Doesn't your son deserve an advantage? Look at what the ultra rich are doing. They're buying counseling and getting their kids tutoring. These are the ultra rich. They already know that their sons need help. Do you now feel more comfortable and confident that you can do the same for your son? Now you know what our boys are facing, and you have two clear options. Option number one, you can utilize your own resources, time and effort, and coach your own son yourself, or you can partner with us. Let's combine your resources with our proven system of transformation. Let us help you stack the deck in your son's favor and make personal success for him almost inevitable. Would you like to hear what that partnership would look like and what it could do to help your son become a future man he was born to be? I mean, you can go online and search it yourself. Traditional tutoring, just traditional tutoring cost alone can easily be $700 to $800 per month. And this is without any coaching. And your biggest hope is that those folk online are competent and that they will connect with your son. But when your son joins us, he'll be assigned to a trained, motivated, and inspiring personal success coach. A coach who will challenge him academically, but would also help him strengthen his mindset. He needs this mindset as he journeys to become that future man. He'll have a coach who will help him separate himself from mediocrity as he propels himself toward manhood. Just as important, and this is important, most journeys to success can be lonely. If your son decides to separate himself from the crowd and to do great things, that's a lonely journey. But with us, your son becomes a part of a fraternity of like-minded young men all around the country. Young men who are changing the narrative about reading and succeeding. Our system, tutoring, life skills, and coaching is a life-altering game changer. Your risk-free investment for your son only depends on what personal success gift you need and want to give him. So let's look at the packages that you can get for your son. So package number one, we created specifically for young men who may be experiencing either 6 months or more behind in their reading. So for instance, if your son is in the 5th grade, but he's reading on the 4th grade level, then this is the perfect package for him. You see, teachers don't have time in a long day. Most teachers don't have time in the day to catch your son up. So he'll be forever behind if you don't partner with us to help him. This package is 36 sessions, $55 an hour, but it's perfect for the young man who's behind in reading, one-on-one with our coaches. Not only for reading, but for the mindset, right? Our second package, now we're talking about a young man. This is perfect for a young man who's right at grade level, but you don't want him to slip behind. You want him to stay focused and be able to continue to run with the herd. You want him to stay at grade level. We support him with, all we're looking at here now is 12 sessions. We call it our Keep Up package. Keeping him up at grade level. It's tailored for that student just to ensure that he does not fall behind. One-on-one, monthly evaluation with the family. And then finally, our last package. This is if your son is not only at grade level, but the school's not moving him fast enough. You believe he can be challenged. You want him to be challenged. And this right here is our Move Ahead package. We're putting the best and the brightest with your son here. Here, he's going to be challenged. He's going to have to roll up his sleeves and get ready. This is crafted for a high-performing young man. You want that package for him. Now, why package for solutions? There's a reason why we use packages for our solutions. Because a 1-hour session is not going to help anybody. If he's behind a half a year or a year, if he's not motivated, a 1-hour session is not going to do it. You need him to build a relationship with someone who can connect with him and who can challenge him. And that's what our coaches will do. We want him to progress, don't you? Now, if you remember, I promised that if you stay to the end, I had some bonuses for you. If you call us today, if you get involved with us today, if you partner with us today, we've got some gifts for you. First of all, a free reading and career assessment. Call everywhere. You won't get a free assessment for reading and career. And what we do is time together because we want your son to be motivated. He's reading for these careers. Next thing you'll get is 7 questions you must ask your son. These are 7 key questions that all of our sons are going to answer, but you don't want the world to answer them for me. You want to answer these questions for him. That's a free bonus for you. Our bestseller, Pains and Joys of Raising Successful Boys, valued at $15.99. That's free to you. My gift to you, a 1-hour coaching and counseling session with yours truly, valued at $125. And yes, that's what I charge. That's yours free. And then here my arm was twisted to throw this in. I sell this software to schools around the country. Entire school districts buy this. Power Parenting U, you'll get 1 year's access to Power Parenting U. It is a program built for improving and empowering parents, informing them how to best engage with schools. $3,200. All of that free. Free reading and career assessment, 7 questions you must ask your son, the bestseller, Pains and Joys of Raising Successful Boys, 1-hour coaching and counseling session with me, yours truly, and then 1 year's free access to Power Parenting University. Totaling a total value of $3,483.93, yours free. And here's my Coach Carlos guarantee. I'm so confident in our personal success system and my coaches, I stand behind them both, that if after 4 sessions you are not happy with the performance of the program or your son's assigned coach, if you're not happy, full refund. Full refund, no questions asked, no explanations needed, and you keep the bonuses. You'll get a full refund of your remaining time. What's important, and this is important, we don't just hire any warm body off the street. We hire and train the best coaches we can find. So there's a time limit to this. You want to sign your son up so he can be assigned to some of the best coaches out. Don't let them run out because they will. There's a reason why schools can't find men to teach. It's hard to find good men who understand how to connect with young men, and we have them. Now, as I said earlier, as a parent, the quality of your son's life depends on what you say yes to. So if you say yes today, then schedule a call today with me or one of my coaches and start your son on the path to success. Now, somewhere in here, there's a link. You click on it. There's a button. Hit that button. Click that link. It's going to take you to my calendar. Schedule a call today and let us get your son on his journey to personal success tomorrow. This is Coach Carlos. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.